Have you ever heard a story online that felt so real it gave you chills? Today, we're diving deep into a tale that started on the internet but bled into the real world in the most terrifying way. This is the story of Slender Man. It all began in 2009 on a forum called Something Awful. A user photoshopped two black and white pictures, adding a tall, unnaturally thin figure in a black suit lurking in the background. He had no face, just a blank white head. This character was named Slender Man. The post included cryptic captions, hinting at a creature that stalks and abducts people, especially children. From there, the internet did what it does best. People started creating their own stories, drawings, and even video games about Slender Man. He became a digital boogeyman, piece of collaborative horror fiction that felt disturbingly real to some. His lore grew, painting him as an ancient entity that could cause amnesia, paranoia, and sickness in his victims. He was everywhere online, a modern myth born from pixels and code. But what happens when the line between digital folklore and reality completely disappears? That brings us to Waukesha, Wisconsin, in 2014. On a Saturday morning, a 12-year-old girl named Patton Leutner was found by a cyclist, barely alive on the side of a road, covered in blood. She had been stabbed 19 times and left for dead in the woods. When police asked who did this to her, her answer was shocking. Her two best friends, Morgan Geyser and Anissa Weyer, also just 12 years old. The three girls had just had a sleepover for Morgan's birthday. They seemed like typical preteens. But beneath the surface, a dark obsession was growing. Morgan and Anissa had become consumed by the online stories of Slender Man. They didn't just read about him, they believed in him. They were convinced that Slender Man was real, that he lived in a mansion in the nearby national forest, and that he was watching them. Their motive was as bizarre as it was horrifying. Anissa and Morgan believed that to become proxies or servants of Slender Man, that to prove his existence to the world, they had to commit a human sacrifice. They believed that if they didn't, Slender Man would harm them and their families. Their plan was horrifyingly detailed. They initially planned to attack Peyton during the sleepover but couldn't go through with it. The next morning, they lured her into a park, telling her they were going to play hide-and-seek. In a secluded, wooded area, they attacked. What followed was a massive manhunt and a case that gripped the nation. Morgan and Anissa were found walking along a highway, claiming they were on their way to Slender Man's mansion. The case raised profound questions. How could two young girls do something so violent? And what role did the internet play in this tragedy? This wasn't just about a scary story. It was about the powerful influence of online culture on young, impressionable minds. It sparked a global conversation about internet-induced psychosis and the responsibility of parents to understand what their children are consuming online. Miraculously, Peyton Leutner survived. After multiple surgeries and a long recovery, she showed incredible resilience. Her story is one of unbelievable strength in the face of unimaginable horror. As for Morgan Geyser and Anissa Weyer, the legal system had to grapple with how to handle a crime committed by children who were influenced by a fictional character. Both were ultimately found not guilty by reason of mental disease or defect and committed to state mental health institutions. Anissa was released in 2021. Morgan was granted conditional release in 2024. The Slender Man stabbing is a chilling reminder that the stories we tell, even the fictional ones online, can have very real and devastating consequences. It's a tragic tale of friendship betrayed, of the dark corners of the internet, and the blurry line between myth and reality. It forces us to ask ourselves, how well do we really know the digital worlds our children inhabit? Thank you for watching. If you found this story compelling? Please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into fascinating and complex cases. Stay safe and stay aware.